Hey guys, it's Rob. 518 days until I turn 30, and with the turn into the 500 teens, I've kind of realized a certain gravity to the approaching timetable. Like all of a sudden, crossing from the 520s to the 5 teens was like, wow, this time is going quickly, and I'm not as far as I hoped I would be. But that's something I'm learning about as this whole operation continues going on. Let's take care of the check-in first. Um, I weighed in today at 235.8 pounds. That's a difference of minus 4.3 pounds. And anytime I have a difference that big, I make a point to, and I always will say that, the body is a mysterious thing that takes in salt and retains water at odd times, has a full stomach and intestines now and then, empty other times. Uh, and I will keep repeating that every single time because I don't want someone arriving at this channel with like poor body image problems and see me lose 4.3 pounds in 4 days and say, oh my gosh, he can do so much better than me, I'm such a failure, da 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 da. Like, if you're one of those people, this is not a typical result. This is a result that was spiked one direction last week and is spiking this direction the other week. So keep the faith and keep dieting if you're if you're in that situation. This is not an expected or typical result. And on the writing front, I did check off one more of my boxes in kind of a strange way. And then you'll see that I added another box down there for actually getting started on the outline of book 2. I've waited far too long on that. I have a strong feeling that things are going to change after the first beta readers, but at the same time, that shouldn't be an excuse for not at least building a map, deciding kind of what direction, what plot threads are going to be explored in book 2. But like I was saying, I checked off the create space thing in kind of a strange way. I had anticipated that experience was going to be calling a customer service line and asking a bunch of questions, but the more I actually explored their website, the more I found that most of it was already answered in some automated fashion pretty easily, with links to like templates for cover art, so that the artist can fit things to how big the book's going to be. To royalty information, there actually wasn't that much info to enter to, make sure that once I start selling books, I'll be taxed accordingly and legally and so on and so forth. And that kind of leads me to my point for the day, which is that I should turn off my cell phone ringer prior to recording one moment. Okay, that was me canceling a phone call. Now we're back. Let's see if I can regain my train of thought. The thing that brings me to regarding entering the royalty information and all that good stuff is that these questions that I wanted answered were bringing me a little bit of anxiety before I actually went and researched them. I was like, oh my gosh, it's one thing to say I've written a rough draft. The whole logistics thing and the whole publishing thing is going to be a much more daunting task. And I had built that up in my mind to be something to fear, that to the point that I actually kind of put it off a little bit and only finally like said, oh, I gotta just figure it out in the last day or so. And the result was actually that it was not the big monster that I had made it out to be. That in my head I had made it to be some colossal, fearful thing when actually it wasn't. And there's going to be things, whenever you take on an endeavor that you're not super educated about, that you don't know what you're doing during that endeavor, you're going to need to get questions answered. And the point I want to make today, and you've probably heard your teachers say it before and all those mentor kind of people, but there are no stupid questions. Really, seriously, there's no such thing as a stupid question. The difference between not knowing what's going on and knowing what's going on and what to do next is a gap, and that gap is bridged by looking dumb for one moment, that you're just going to have to ask the thing that you think might be obvious to the people around you that you're not grasping. And that's not a problem. Maybe it's just me coming from video game culture, where there is, at least in the online multiplayer communities, this anti-new person, trend of, oh, you're such a noob, get out of here, you noob, this, that, or the other. The ways that people are derogatory to one another for being new at something. That's dumb. How is someone's, you can't be born a veteran. So in those situations where someone might try to bring you down for asking a dumb question, just realize that those people are at that moment being, bottom-feeding jerks. I hate to put it so bluntly, but their animosity or their attempt to dismantle you or discredit you, you just need to shrug it off, because it has no grounds whatsoever. And the sooner you can do that, the sooner you can ask the questions that are going to look dumb once, but then have you be informed for the rest of your life, So don't hesitate to look dumb once in a while, particularly if it's on the road to, learning something that you're passionate about, learning something you're excited about. Looking dumb is not the end of the world. I make a point to look dumb on a regular basis, on the internet, in front of people. So come back and watch me look dumb, and then soften yourself up to look a little dumb once in a while too. That's all from me for today. Thanks for dropping in, checking out the videos and all that good stuff. Like and share if you enjoyed today's episode. Don't be afraid to look stupid. I'll say it one more time, just to set it in there. Lots of streaming coming up this week on the Twitch TV channel. Links down below in the descriptions. Description, singular. I've pre-ordered Ni no Kuni for the PlayStation 3. If you just go to YouTube and type Ni no Kuni, N-I space N-O space K-U-N-I space, maybe I should just put a link in the description for that too. You will find a video trailer, and if you watch it, you'll probably know why I'm going to play it on the stream when it comes out. It comes out on the 22nd, and I'm planning to stream probably a good 6-hour chunk of it on launch day. So if you go and look at that trailer and think it looks nifty, keep the Twitch TV link in mind, and I'll see you on launch day for that. That's all from me on the writing and weight loss front. My voice is feeling sore and giving out, so I better close up this video. Thanks for dropping in once again. I'll see you guys Thursday. Until then, take care.